Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're reacting to episode 6 of season 1 of Demon Slayer. We are about to embark on our first ever mission, which is really exciting because some girls have been going disappearing. That's not the exciting part. The exciting part is to kind of understand what's going on and like unravel the mystery. Not so much that girls are probably getting eaten by a demon, but more so exciting that Tanjiro gets his first ever mission. We saw that Nezuko has woken up, which is absolutely fantastic. We got Tanjiro receiving his sword, which has turned black, but the sword maker's not happy because he wanted it to be red. He was hoping it would be red, but we don't quite know what the meaning is behind the sword being black because he was asking if it was bad luck. They were like, no, but they didn't actually give any further context. So hopefully they will sort of delve into it, or maybe it'll just be kind of left as is. Like the sword changed to black, it is what it is. But I think because the sword does change color, it has to have some significant meaning behind it because every Demon Slayer's sword is going to be different. They're all going to be different colors. They're all not going to be the same. So there has to be some meaning that they'll probably explain to us at some point. But we also saw a mysterious figure that was talking about 5 children, which isn't the case because it was only 4. Or at least there was only 4 that we saw at the ceremony. There could have been maybe someone that came before or came after, which would seem kind of bizarre that they wouldn't have been there with the others, but maybe they got held up, or maybe they just were impatient and were like, I'm not waiting for everyone, which would imply that they are exceptionally skilled, that they got here quicker than everyone else and were able to pick their ore faster and get the hell out. The show will explain it, it'll delve into it, but it was incredibly emotional last episode seeing the Morph Demon's background and Tanjiro allowing them to rest in peace and being there to comfort them in that moment and not taking enjoyment or pleasure in ending his life, that he just wants him to be able to rest and to hopefully, if able to reincarnate, to come back as something that would never have to go through the trauma of being a demon again. And we also saw that all the other students of Urodaki got to rest in peace as well because Tanjiro fulfilled his mission and put a stop to the Morph Demon so no other children will have to suffer the same fate and no other students of Urodaki will have to suffer that. But without further ado, we're going to get into episode 6. No!
着替えたか。
はい。
He's like, I'm ready. Ah! She's so cute. I love how childlike she is still. But also, like, the admiration she has in her eyes for her big brother. It's so adorable.
雑魚鬼の爪や牙ではこの大福を裂くことすらできない。
Good to
そ
know.
してお前の持っている日輪刀、持ち主によって色が変わり、それぞれの色ごとに特性が
Are we gonna get why it's
し
black?
かし黒い歯になるものは数が少なすぎて詳細がわ
Of
から
course.
ない。
It's mysterious.
わからなすぎて何ですか？鱗滝さ
That
ん。
there's only a
わ
few.
からなすぎて出世できない剣士は黒い歯なのだと言われている。
俺、
Oh.
鬼殺隊でどうかはわからないけど、必ず禰豆子を人間に戻してみせます。
I love how optimistic he is. He's like, I will be the difference. I will go far. He doesn't let it get him down, and that's what I love about him, how positive he is.
非常に軽い切り雲杉という木で作った。
Oh, he made it
岩
for
漆を塗
him.
って外側を固めたので強度も上がっている。
Oh, that would be a lot more comfortable for her.
軽いです、鱗滝さん。
In you get, Nezuko.
この中に入ってくれ。できるか？ これからはいつも一緒だからな。
Oh, the music is so beautiful. No! He's He's like a proud father. He's so proud of him. Sending him off on his first big boy mission. Like a parent watching their kid leave for school for the first time. Adorable.
Nezuko?
これは憶測だが、禰豆子は人の血肉を食らう代わりに眠ることで体力を回復しているのかもしれない。
Little nappy nap. She's just an EP girl, and she'll need it for whatever they're about to face in this village, so probably best she gets as much sleep as she can.
ほら、かずみさんよ。かわいそうにやつれて。
Has he been searching for one of the girls? Wasn't he with a girl that had disappeared? Yeah, in last episode.
かずみさん
He needs as much information as possible.
ちょっとお話を聞きたいのですが、いいですか？
ここで聡子さんは消えたんだ。信じてもらえないかもしれないが。
信じます。信じますよ。
Oh. His sense of smell's gonna come in handy. Gonna track him like a dog.
かすかに鬼の匂いが残ってるけど、まだらというか。
So could this be a demon that has like blood demon art that we had mentioned last episode?
ふざけるな！
Oh, bless him. It wasn't his fault. What did you want him to do? It's not like he knew this was going to happen. He couldn't predict it. They're all like, what the hell's going on? As if the town's not weird enough with girls going missing. There's now some random stranger sniffing around on the floor. Probably like, what the fuck?
本当に消えたんだ。
信じます。そのために俺はここに来ましたから。
まだ続けるのか。
Of course he is. He's not gonna give up.
もうこんな時間だ。
あいつらは夜活動します。だから休むわけにはいかない。ここら辺にも新しい匂いを見つけました。
Scent might be stronger, right? Wouldn't it be safer to send him away? Because he might be at risk. I know it's going after girls, like young girls, but still. I'd be wary having someone who's not trained around. I said last episode, I wondered if they were being lured out. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the case. Oh God! It's under the floor. I did say, could it be under the ground in the last episode as well? I was throwing all sorts of theories out. Is that a shadow or is it like under the floorboards? Like into the material itself? It probably drags them down and that's why they just vanish into thin air. Shouldn't even leave her home either, which makes it 10 times worse. That's horrifying.
さらわれた子たちはどうなったのかしら。
Oh! Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Holy shit, that's foul. Like she's being pulled underwater. He's just liquid. A black hole. Fucking hell.
鬼が現れてる。
No, I hate it. Ugh. That's so eerie. Come on, Tanjiro.
2種類の匂い。鬼と人間の女の人。匂いが一番濃い場所。ここだ。
What? What an icon.
異能の鬼。
血気術という特殊な術を
Okay,
使
so
う鬼
yeah,
は
blood
異能
demon art.
の鬼だ。
さらった女の人たちはどこにいる？
Oh, it's pissed. You've just stolen its meal. It's angry. I did not like that noise. It was almost like a bug, you know, like when they get really angry, they start like rattling stuff. Like that's kind of what it sounded like.
この鬼は潜っている間も匂いを消さない。
You can run, but you can't hide. Not from that nose.
水の呼吸。5の型。
Ah!
3人。8の型。
Come on, Tanjiro.
滝壺。
Oh, the art style. Immaculate. Amazing. Beautiful. Honestly, the art and the animation, the music, stunning.
ただ一体のみ。今から1000年以上前、一番初めに鬼となった者、さらにそいつならば、妹を人間に戻す方法を知ってい
But
ると
kind of like
わ
this
しは思って
ultimate
いる。
evil,
その鬼
the
の
father
名
of all
は
demons. Why does it look like Michael
血筋
Jackson?
無惨。
Why did it look like Michael Jackson? Like hat and all. Okay, interesting. So we have an ultimate bad guy.
基本的に鬼は群れないと聞いた。
Which is why the scents were weirdly like converging and merging. He was like, oh, it's not acting right.
全集中。の型。水車。
Oh my god! He's a Beyblade!
貴様邪魔をするな。女の鮮度が落ちるだろうが。早く食わないと刻一刻で味が落ちるんだ。
Oh, you freak.
冷静になれ、俺よ。まあいいさ。この町では随分16の娘を食ったからな。どれも肉好きがよくビ
So they're all split from each other, right?
まだ食いたい
It's the same my other self. So like, are they all part of the same being? Oh, stop.
誰のことかね。この収集品の中にその娘のかんざしがあれば食ってるよ。
Oh no. Her ribbon. Oh, that's heart-wrenching. God, the visuals. Jesus Christ.
また外した。地面に逃げるのが早い。
They're slippy. Whoa. Ah, Nezuko! She's out and ready to fight.
どういうこと？なんなんだこいつらは。剣士と鬼が連れ立って行動して。
Yep, they're defying the odds. That was so weird. Oh, she reins it back. So she doesn't scare him. Oh.
気休めにしかならんかもしれんが、わしは暗示をかけた。人間は皆お前の家族だ。
Oh, so she sees all humans as her
鬼
family.
は敵だ。
That's why she saw them as her siblings.
ねずこ。
人を傷つける。鬼を許すな。
It worked! No! I hate that it always ends just as it's getting like super good. I adore this series. Just the animation, the art style, just it's so good. And Tanjiro is such a good guy. He's just so dedicated to trying to find out what's harming these young girls, and he will do whatever it takes, even if it means exhausting himself in the process. That slipping beneath the ground, terrifying, absolutely haunting. You would almost think that this show is like a horror because of how like visceral it is. It kind of catches you off guard. But they all look different. They all have like different horn positions as well as different personalities. You have one that's more aggressive, one that doesn't talk and does the weird like teeth chattering, and then the one that is a bit more of a smooth talker in terms of like is actually collecting trinkets from the people he's devoured, almost kind of like a serial killer. We got a bit more world building as well, in that there's only one demon that can turn humans into demons, and he is likely the only one that will know how to turn them back. Which makes sense. If he can turn them, then he'll be the one to know how to reverse it. So this ultimate mission now becomes about tracking down this demon as well as helping everyone else in need against other demon attacks. I love that even the demons were kind of like, is that a demon and a swordsman working together? It's so unseen, it's so unfathomable that even they can't comprehend it. And this is kind of setting up Tanjiro to kind of be like this chosen one. Him and Nezuko are chosen for a bigger, more noble purpose, because they keep referring to how they may be different, that they can do something that no one else has ever done before. And then now the significance of him having a black blade that very few people have, to the point that it's so rare that nobody really knows anything about the meaning behind it or what it stands for. And it's become synonymous with people that don't go very far. But instead of seeing this as like an ill omen, as like, I'm destined to not succeed, Tanjiro takes it in his stride. He's so positive. He's refusing to allow himself to have a moment of doubt, because his ultimate mission is to save Nezuko from this fate. He will reverse the situation. And he's so determined that he will not accept the idea that it's not possible, or that he won't go far enough to achieve it. This is just not something that enters his consciousness, which is exemplative of just how motivated and positive he is as an individual, because he just doesn't want to give up, because there's no room for defeat. There's no room to give up, because giving up means sacrificing Nezuko to this fate, and it's just something that he will not accept. It's not something he will ever dare embrace. And then this whole subconscious hypnotism that all humans are your family, and that all demons who harm humans aren't worthy of forgiveness, and that you shouldn't hesitate. And it clearly works, because when she touches their face and she looks at them, she doesn't have the same demonic look on her face that she does towards the other demons. She switches back into an almost human guise. And at first I thought it was because she didn't want to scare them, but it is because she doesn't see them as a threat. She has no need to be aggressive towards them, because she's looking at them, and through her lens, they appear to be her siblings, because the subconscious is telling her that all humans are her family. So, of course, she's going to see the people she loves and cares about most and who she wants to protect most. And that turns her towards the demons who want to harm them. I feel so sorry for that young boy getting absolutely beaten because of the girl going missing. I can understand the anger and frustration. It could be the girl's father. I'm presuming it's her father that's lashing out. You know, if your child's gone missing and the last person she was seen with was this boy, you're going to probably do something that you regret and don't really mean to do. You're just lashing out, and that's the closest person to you, and you're going to blame them because he was the last person to be with her. But it is just incredibly sad that he just kind of accepted the beating, but still hasn't given up hope of trying to find her, even going to the point of risking himself by being out at night. And this realization that he couldn't save her, he couldn't protect her. It's just heart-wrenching. Just this acceptance that there was nothing he could really do. That once she'd been snatched, there was no bringing her back because the only person that could do that is Tanjiro. And by that point, it's already too late. Tanjiro got there not in time to save her, but he did get there in time to save this other girl.
禰豆子の蹴りで助かったよ。ありがとう。中から蹴っても壊れないなんて、この箱すごく頑丈なんだな。
He did it because he cares about them.
ここで大正こそこそ噂話。今回登場した鬼、そのうるさい歯ぎしりは人間の頃からの癖らしいですよ。次回第7話。
Oh, okay. So that's why it does like the weird teeth chattering because it grinds their teeth. It's like the human characteristic that they've taken on with them in their demonic form. Like it's the one characteristic that they've kind of retained. A bit like how the morph demon is all hands because the morph demon has this like connection to hands because his brother used to reach out for him and hold his hand in the dark when he was scared. So the hands have kind of formed this similar protection from anyone that might try to kill him because the hands are like over the nape of his neck, which is the vulnerable spot. So it's like wrapped around him, it's keeping him safe. So it's tied back to this human aspect that he's somehow retained despite really forgetting everything about being human and his family. It's only in his final moments does he finally begin to remember his past. But it's interesting that what this is setting up is that demons will retain certain characteristics from when they were human that sort of manifest, that it's something that they've clung to. Maybe it's something that has meaning. I'm not sure what grinding your teeth would do, but I know it can be like a compulsive habit. So it could just be that it's not necessarily meaningful in that, like, the morph demon, where the hands were an actual symbolic act of protection from a older brother to a younger brother that they've manifested into protecting themselves as a demon. This could just be sort of like a compulsion that they still retain even as a demon. So a certain quality that they've carried on with them. Because I know that like grinding your teeth can just become something that you incessantly do without really realizing that you're doing it. It's just something you can do when you're like tense or stressed. But that's definitely fascinating as to what that means when we come across other demons. And this is obviously only one aspect of the blood demon art, so we're probably going to see way more of that. But I need to know if we're going to see this big bad evil who kind of looks like Michael Jackson vaguely. It's the hat. Like the hat, and then there's like a single strand of hair coming down. It's just like that's very weirdly Michael Jackson. But as well, the visceral imagery in that once they learn that this girl's been consumed, Tanjiro is seeing her disappearing in the liquid that she's been pulled into, she's been absorbed into. But he's not just seeing that, he's seeing flashbacks to his family having died. He's seeing the remains of their bodies and also the blood dripping down the picture of Nezuko because she was attacked and turned into a demon. But I love that it's Tanjiro making connections between the pain that this boy is going through after learning that this girl he was with has died. We don't know if it's a sister, we don't know if it's someone that he had a crush on or if it was just a friend. We don't know. We just know that they were close and he lost her, and that pain is very visceral. But Tanjiro can connect to it, and by connecting to it, he's able to envision what happened to that young girl, but also compare it to the pain that he is suffering too, and this path of blood that's been paved and has sent him on this mission. It's reminding him of why he does what he does. It's because he knows what it is to lose people that you care about and that you love dearly. And he doesn't want anyone else to go through that. So he's going to lock in. He's going to be motivated because he's seen too much death, too much bloodshed, and he's not going to allow these demons to continue to wreak havoc on this village because he is determined, as is Nezuko. Nezuko came in when it was her time to shine with that strong kick, but it made sense as to why she was sleeping now. She needed to sleep, she had to build her strength up, so she was prepared for this. But I think that's all I want to say for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye!